This Talks 94.5 podcast is brought to you by Millennium Satellite and Video. Log on to msbnow.com. TV excellence everywhere. That's Millennium. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning starts now.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You want to be a part of the show, 205-834-9450. You can text in. You can call in there. You can tweet in at Mac and Cube. Having a little bit of an entertainment discussion today, sort of getting away from college football for just a moment. We will get back to it, but you can be a part of the show. Talking a little bit of Michael Jackson, his popularity, kind of what it was. Greg Hendricks tweets into the show, I would compare Michael Jackson popularity to Elvis Presley, but you guys are too young to know just how crazy it was in his prime. For Elvis, yes, but it feels like those are two of the few that you could put at the top of a list that were just different across all genres all the time, that just made things a different way. Have they already announced, John, that they're going to do a sequel to this Michael Jackson movie?
Yeah, at the end credits.
It says, yeah.
It comes.
Like, I don't think the studio has, but like,
right.
It's coming.
The credits tell you there's going to be another.
Yeah, it fades to black, and then it shows like a paragraph or so, and it's like more Michael and coming up.
8 years,
basically.
Greg, Damien's the only one that's seen it, so he said it's good.
I heard it's not good.
I mean, it's not a. They try too much to be sympathetic of, which it is early on in his career, but they do kind of leave out a lot of other things, especially when he went solo.
They don't get there in the timeline.
Right.
So it's coming. So, yeah, we propped you up. And
then it's
here comes the elbow.
It's coming. Speaking
of elbow, Royal Payne tweets in, the biopic I can't wait is for Hulk Hogan. I'm listening to a huge podcast series about his career. Terry Boulder, Andre the Giant, and Dothan 79, Terry Bollea, and him living in vans on the beach in Pensacola. I don't know, dude. The one they did on, is it on Netflix?
I think it is.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought they did a great job with it. If you're kind of interested in just, because there's some parts. Why don't you like that?
No, I think it's good. I don't think people are ready for a true biopic about Terry Bollea.
Why not?
Well,
you're about to get part 2 from Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but we kind of know a lot of his stuff though. It's been out there.
I don't think a lot of Terry's is out there too now.
Yeah. I don't think people want that. I think people want a Hulk Hogan. I don't think they want a Terry Bollea.
So, Greg, you said you guys have been watching The Pit recently, correct?
Correct.
And you're a big fan of that. You like that?
I do like it. I think it's very interesting. I have a newfound, not that I ever didn't have respect, but my level of respect that I have for EMT personnel are like next level, and emergency medicine doctors, like unbelievable. I was telling Mary, it's amazing that these people, they have to act in real time. I mean, time is really of the essence, whereas normal doctors are also very well studied, incredible, like blow my mind with how intelligent they are and what they do to the human body. They actually have time though to like double check a medical book or double check a resource. All right, here, oh yeah, that's right, this looks like to this. These guys are having to operate in real time and like solve problems immediately or someone dies. Like, it was pretty impressive. But yeah, we are one episode into the second season, so we've enjoyed it. We came back for more after season 1, and it's just cool the way they structure it. I think you should check it out.
Yeah, I don't have access to it, or else I would, because I've wanted to watch it for a while. I am supposed to, correct, yes. But we'll see if we ever get there. What else? Anything else before that, or
let me ask you a question.
Here we go.
Before when you and your wife went out to dinner on Tuesday, did she have a glass of wine by chance?
Yes, absolutely. No, she had a glass of wine.
Okay, so that was what? I don't know, about $16-17 a glass, thereabouts?
Probably more where we were, but...
Okay, so $24 a glass, $20 a glass, whatever it costs. It's beside the point. You know the HBO Max costs, for a month, less than half that glass of wine.
She enjoyed that glass of wine, though.
And you're going to enjoy 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours of the pit. So, that's what I've always admitted. I'm not paying for Peacock. All right, cool. How much
All I said is that I don't have it. That's the only thing I said is that I don't have it.
He was promised it, too. That's the problem.
We pay for a lot of other things. So
you pay for all this other stuff that is, so fleeting. And the things that you're going to spend hours upon hours with, you won't do it. I don't understand.
What are the
that.
fleeting streaming services that we pay for?
No, you pay for you're willing to pay $20+ for a glass of wine. Meanwhile,
I ain't
you
fighting
won't
that
pay
fight.
for Peacock.
She wants a glass of wine. She's getting it. I'm staying out of that.
I'm not saying she's not. I'm just suggesting. Like, I do the same thing. I will. Oh, on vacation, sure, whatever. Yeah, get that $36 burger. Who cares? Like, whatever. Meanwhile, like, I'm using the last little tiniest bit. I literally will use every ounce of toothpaste in the toothpaste tube.
Yeah, if
Like,
something
no
is just
matter
smart,
what.
though. It's smart to do that.
To defend Cole, when you've been getting stuff for free and then you're being forced to pay for it, you're very reticent to want to do it. I know that feeling.
It's fair. But I do
tough
want
to
to
go
watch
back.
that show. I did want to know if you guys have seen Old Henry on Netflix.
Old Henry.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Never heard of it.
If you're into any of kind of like the Old West, either shows, movies, anything, Friday when I was on the mend from my kidney stone and had a lot of time in bed, I watched it and it is incredible.
Really?
Now, if you're into listen, Deadwood is my favorite show ever. So if you're into any of those kind of shows of, like
Westerns?
kind of like the Yellowstone prequels,
Mm-hmm.
like the Yellowstone, the show is kind of what it is, but like the prequels were pretty cool because they told a little bit of a different story of the Oregon Trail and getting out there, the whole deal. This is kind of cool as far as it's telling a story that I did not intend to learn going in, and just living in that day and age, kind of what it is, what it was. But if you like stuff like that, you'll love it. It's awesome.
I'd give it a try.
I think it's
All
in their
right.
top
What
10
was it
movies
called?
right now.
Old Henry?
Old Henry, yes. It's
Okay.
It's you'll love it. I don't think I'll say this. I don't think my wife would like it, but
But
I
it was
loved
right up
it.
your alley.
I loved it. Yes, it was great.
Yeah.
And then
My only problem with the Westerns is it's so rugged. Like, I feel like not saying that these things aren't dramatized. I get it. But, like, the level of hardcore
yeah,
that you see in, like, cowboy shows, like, I feel like such a wimp watching them.
well, it's because especially back then, it's what it was.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
was
Like
ruthless
times,
back
baby.
then.
I don't really like shows that make me feel like a complete loser. And that when I watch cowboy shows, that's how I feel. And honestly, like, The Pit makes me feel that way a little bit too. It's like, golly,
I don't think
stink.
this one will do that though, because this is not like I'll say this too. This is more of a guilty pleasure watch. Like I've taken a peek at a couple of the Dutton Ranch episodes, and it's pretty apparent that it's like, hey, y'all like these characters?
Yeah.
We're just gonna make some so y'all can get more of these characters. And Rip's beating people up again, and so here we go. Like, have fun with it. And that's what it is. It's not like a great storyline. It's not super intriguing of what's gonna happen. It's just like, I like watching this guy do his thing. Cool. Let's go make some more of these. Have some fun with it.
Why
I don't
give you-
expect to get a lot out of it. I don't.
Here's the icing. You don't need the cake. Just enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's a little bit of a guilty
I don't
pleasure.
know.
But the old school stuff, Greg, is first off, this Old Henry movie they don't shove that part of life then down your throat. There's only segments that are very much that. It's very much more kind of what it was and just how it was. But that's not the focal point. The focal point is not, look how these dudes had to grind. Like, look how hard life was. Like, look what they went through, and like gore for the entire movie. There are some small segments and patches of it.
Yeah.
But it is the telling of a story that's really cool, and then how they do it and how it's done. I'm just telling you, I think
Is it
you'll
a
like
true
it.
story?
I don't know the answer to that. It felt like it's partially a true story, probably dramatized to an extent. There's one character that's a little bit annoying that they could have done a better job with, but I'm gonna let you decide. I think you'll enjoy it.
All right, I'll give it a whirl. I'm trying to think, like, maybe I'll watch it on the way to Tampa or something. I'll try to find a time to watch it. I'm good with that. I'll check it out. Because I'll tell you, like, there's a couple of like Western movies that I've loved in the past, like really, really loved. Like True Grit was awesome. What was the other one that was the early Taylor Sheridan? Not Sicario, the other one.
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water, loved that. That was awesome. That was a great movie. So yeah, like I can get on board with this. So like I'm not against the Western. Sometimes the Westerns go a little too over the top. You know what I'm saying? I think you understand what I'm saying.
No,
like guy breaks his femur and is like still riding a horse. It's like, all right, what are we doing here?
Well, they were men back then, Greg.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Our generation saw.
Guy takes 4 musket bullets to the neck, and he's still fighting. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is not. I don't feel like this is much of that. It's
Okay.
But there are a couple of, oh man, that actually happened parts that and I think you'll know the character right out of pretty early too, of which one I'm referencing. That's just like doesn't get it done, but it's one that you should watch. Anything else, Damien? You got anything going right now that's sort of must watch before football season?
Must watch, but it's a good. I wouldn't say must watch, but it's a good watch. I Will Find You. It was I saw it in the Netflix top 10, but it was. I mean, the storyline is insane.
I remember passing by it. Who is it? Who's in this?
I couldn't tell you who's in it, but the creator is a Harlan.
Corbett,
something like that.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of stuff on Netflix, but I Will Find You. I was like, okay, if this is the direction he's going, like, yeah, I will continue to watch it because it was pretty good.
Harlan Coben's I Will Find You.
Yes.
Wrongfully imprisoned for murdering his own son, a father sets out on a desperate rescue mission after learning the boy may still be alive.
And it's crazy.
So this is like Taken in reverse?
Yeah, essentially. But it's a plot twist there on the last episode.
Got.
The final episode is like, wow, okay, this was something I was not expecting.
Okay.
And also 4 seasons.
Not the new Little House on the Prairie.
What?
You heard me. 4 seasons. Is that on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen this.
Coleman Domingo, I think, is the best working actor now. He played Joe Jackson in.
And that's when you say his range is. This
is
different.
This is a guy that could go toe-to-toe with DiCaprio, but then could go toe-to-toe funny-wise with Jamie Foxx.
Yes, 100%. But 4 seasons is good.
It's a movie?
TV show. Written mostly by Tina Fey.
You know what we need more of? It's going to sound weird, but like we need more movies. Like these TV shows, it's just too much of a commitment to watch. How many episodes are in it, Damien?
I'm trying to find it now.
And they're 8 30-minute-ish episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not bad. Like that's kind of how
but I know what you're
saying.
Right, yeah.
So, I don't know.
But something like The Rip that came out a couple months ago that I wanted to say I just hadn't yet. Mm-hmm. But something like that, or War Machine with the dude from Reacher, something like, okay, I like that. That's probably what more I think you're wanting more. Like, yeah, just something to kill 2 hours that you hope to enjoy.
Is this a comedy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think I watched the trailer.
It's like perfectly placed comedy too. Like it's good.
All right. This is not one that I think I would have stopped on, but
watch it with the wife.
Yeah, she'll be into that.
Yeah.
She'll probably like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll check that one. Saber, anything else you got going or have had?
4 seasons was definitely one I was going to recommend. I do think you need to watch The Pit. I think it is the best drama hands down that's been on the last 3-4 years.
It's really good.
I know I would like it. That's why I want to watch it. Yes.
Okay. You just can't.
Yeah.
You want me to? I'm going to Venmo you $10 right now.
That doesn't cover it. Free. It doesn't cover it.
The second month is $10.
You better hurry up because the prices are going up in like 3 weeks. Oh, I got that email. I got that email. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you just pay for the whole year, and you're good to go.
It's only $180. Yeah.
All right. Alex Page tweets in, good call on Netflix. I Will Find You. Stiersky tweets in, Old Henry top tier. Didn't know this movie even released. Watch Cape Fear on Apple TV. I've had that that was recommended by our server a couple of weeks ago when we went out to eat. But I haven't seen it. Greg Skipper says Old Henry based on a real person, but the storyline is a fictional account of that person. So yeah, I kind of figured that was the way that it went a little bit.
Best of both worlds.
So yeah, he also said I just watched Old Henry. It was awesome. I think y'all like
Old Henry.
Yeah, it's like an old Western now. It's not,
all good.
But the storyline is cool. Some of the turns it takes, it feels very obvious, and then maybe not as obvious as you think. So it's good, but definitely one. Anything other than The Pit, G-Mac, that has kind of been there for you recently?
Dude, I mean, honestly, there's just not even a chance. I really want to see Michael, but I've heard it wasn't very good, so I was a little indifferent. I wasn't in a huge hurry to get there. So really want to see Michael. That was one. But honestly, man, there's not a ton. It's kind of crazy. Everything I've tried to watch, I've been underwhelmed by, with the exception of The Pit of late. I really like the Pit. That's the one I've stuck with for sure.
Greg says the Pit is the best medical show since ER. How many besides Scrubs did we have?
I mean, a good number, but they all didn't try to be like this.
I remember a lot.
I mean, it was medical.
Like,
you got stuff like Grey's Anatomy. It was medical, but not really.
Yeah.
It was a soap opera based in a hospital.
Everyone who has watched it has said it's great. And then we had some folks over at the house on Sunday, and we were talking about it. And the wife said, I mean, if you liked ER, you'll love this show. And I was like, here we go. No, I'm not sure that I'm into it anymore. Like, I was in. I wanted to watch it, and like I didn't need Dr. Steamboat or whatever it was back in the day. I hardly even watched ER.
So you're talking about Dr. McSteamy? That's Grey's Anatomy.
Whatever.
And
Dr. McSteamy.
George Clooney's only in like 100 episodes. By the way, the guy from the Pit, the lead from the Pit, is also in ER. So maybe by this point, done a lot of episodes in medical. He's probably a doctor.
All right, look at it this way. ER is, say, Nick Saban in Michigan State. The Pit is Nick Saban in Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It took him a while to find his footing.
On ER, but I trust you.
It took him a while to find his footing. He wasn't quite sure, but then he had to go through some other things. And was like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. Boom.
Gotcha.
Okay,
John, is there anything coming out soon that
the Odyssey
is going to be incredible, right?
That's going to be insane. Yeah. I just might need 2 days to watch it. I don't know how I'm going to watch it.
How long is it?
Almost.
It's going to be like 4 hours.
252.
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
My plan, because we've got media days next week, and then I've got a week off where I'm out of the country the next week. I was like, I'll just go see it that Monday. Oh, I'm not bragging, just telling. I'll just go see it like that Monday I get back, because I just know I don't have to. But from everyone's recommendation, I'm like, all right, I got nothing to do Saturday before we head out. I'm gonna roll it in then.
There's a new Pinocchio coming out?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
July 24th, Pinocchio Unstrung.
Unstrung.
That could be horror. I don't know.
It'd be awesome, by the way. Oh, yeah, no, it is. You're right. It's Robert Englund. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
They tried that with Winnie the Pooh.
How did they let that happen?
But oh my gosh.
Easy. It's been 100 years, and it's in the public domain now. So
we also have a haunted heist coming out, so we got all the horror movies coming. Here we go.
I mean, they always have
there's a lot of horror movies coming out right now. I need to know what's up. Like, what's up with society right now where there's so much horror movies?
Yeah, Devour also coming out, another horror movie. I guess that's where we are. We just want to be scared.
Want to be scared to something.
Yeah.
Horror movies, most overrated class of movies.
No, those are the ones that make money.
Yeah, I would just say for me, they're the ones I see the fewest of, especially now. Yeah. Like I
couldn't imagine going and sitting in a movie theater right now and being scared. Like volunteering. There's enough things that scare me as an adult and as a father.
You can't scare me.
You can't. Rick Tricky only one scares me. I honestly don't understand. Like why someone would volunteer their time and money to go sit in a movie theater to be frightened and to be startled. I've just that to me is something that I just have no desire. And I know there's so many horror movies coming out right now. There must be this whole rush on horror movies. You've seen all the trailers during World Cup and all these other things. They're coming out like crazy.
Have you seen Reality?
Yeah.
Sometimes reality was supposed to be the normal stuff, and fiction was supposed to be crazy.
Correct.
Now that the lines are kind of blurring.
All right, you give us your thoughts. 205-834-9450. You can text or call in there. 205-834-9450. A couple more tweets coming in as well. We'll get to those, get to your conversation, then get back to college football next right here on Jocks.
Don't leave Jocks back at the house. Download the Jocks 94.5 app and take us anywhere, in the car, at work, or at the game. Live audio, video, and podcasts on your schedule. The Jocks 94.5 app, wherever you may be.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy Cubelic in the morning, 8:22, Thursday, July 16th on Jocks. We've been talking entertainment, movies, TV. Before we get to SEC Media Days, which shuts us down for a week, and then maybe a little bit of downtime to try and jam some of these in before college football season actually begins. We had Roddy Jones earlier in the show, Wimp Sanderson coming up at 9. Justin Hoganson talks Auburn with us at 9:30 today. We have a couple others that are coming in that people say we need to watch. Before we get to those, Greg, tell our listeners about Canty.
Well, Canty can fix it. That's Cantey, can fix it. And right here in Alabama, This is a wild season, by the way. I feel like every day at about 4 o'clock, it's just a downpour. Or at least
Every
it has
day.
been the last few. Every day, it's just brutal. And here in that type, and it's coming down hard. It's a lot of water, and sometimes it can overwhelm your basement or crawl space. The good news is at Canty, they are waterproofing experts. They can get you taken care of. They're really just experts when it comes to anything that involves your basement or crawl space. They can get you waterproof. They can get you taken care of. We have a lot of clay in the soil, which expands and contracts based on weather and conditions. So it's tough on concrete. It's tough in your basement. It's tough in your crawl space. Canty can fix it. They offer free inspections and estimates, and their work is backed by lifetime transferable warranties. So call them today at 205-509-3991 or go online at Canty, Cantey, canfixit.com. That's Canty, canfixit.com.
All right, couple of other thoughts here from listeners. Alex Page tweeting in thoughts on the new season of Netflix's Quarterback.
I just watched the first episode yesterday.
Look like
got
it's going to be
Flacco?
worth it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's funny. It's got Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, Cam Ward, and Joe Flacco.
Okay.
Where's Flacco at now? Cincy?
He's Cleveland last year.
Yeah, but I say it was Cleveland. Yeah, I think
he's at.
he is at Cincy, isn't he? Yeah, didn't he finish the season at Cincy?
I think so.
Traded him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's Cincy.
He is the second string quarterback in Cincinnati when Joe Burrow is healthy.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll be starting. All right.
Is that not accurate?
Yeah, we'll see him by week 7.
Stop that.
Okay, well, 13. We're going to see him.
Mike Dunphy tweets in the I Play Rocky must watch. Greg, did you get to go watch the trailer yet?
I haven't watched the trailer, but I have it pulled up and prepared for after the show.
Okay, do we need to mute you for 3 minutes and let you watch it, and then you can give us your thoughts
no,
on it?
I think I'm good. I mean, I somewhat understand the premise, and it's hilarious how much the guy does look like Sylvester Stallone.
Wait till you hear him talk.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I can't wait to hear some interviews with him after, just like the process that he went through to kind of get there.
I know his name's the town. Watch it be British. Just watch him be
Oh,
British.
it wouldn't surprise me at all. Not at all.
Stallone.
Yeah.
His name
Do
is
the voice.
Anthony Appolito. I think he's Italian, but
You never know.
pretty safe bet.
I mean-
I want to know where they found Butkus, the dog. That's what I want to know. How'd they find a dog that looks just like Butkus?
Yeah, it's an awesome dog, though, running on the
Oh,
beach
yeah.
there. All right, so that's just a little bit of entertainment, kind of what we've been watching. Maybe you share with us what you've been watching that you feel like we need to try to get in. And before the season begins, Steven Isbell tweets in, the best horror movies are the ones that don't try too hard to scare people. Jump scares are almost always a sign that the movie isn't very good. One example is Carrie. It doesn't even delve into horror until the last 15 minutes. That's an old movie, right?
Yeah, but it's been redone a couple times, somewhat lately.
Rod tweets in, Project Hail Mary is the best movie I've seen in a long time. My whole
It's a
family
good one.
loved it.
That's a good one.
What is
Forgot
that?
about that one.
You got that?
I read the book.
Oh, okay,
I liked
yeah.
the book.
It's on Prime now, so
Definitely ain't doing that.
Okay, what
Iron
is it?
American. I guess he had to go.
Oh, wow.
See ya.
Project Hail Mary.
He can watch the trailer now.
No, it feels like it's a somewhat funnier version of Interstellar, because Ryan Gosling is like the basically our last hope to find a new world.
Gotcha. I haven't seen
Ryan
Interstellar. so-
Gosling is?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Damien.
Talking about the liability at corner and remember the Titans?
Look, man. Some people can grow up and change. All right.
Is he in that
Dr.
movie?
McSteamy went from ER to now
Is he
leading
in
the
that?
pit.
Is he in that movie that
Where
he was like he stole the cars or whatever?
Yeah.
Not Gone in 60 Seconds.
Drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one.
They didn't steal car. But
That
yeah,
movie
yeah.
wasn't great, but Dylan tweets in from Jasper. Landman got me hooked. Billy Bob Thornton underrated. That new season coming out soon. I
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought maybe possibly.
That feels like another all icing, no cupcake kind of.
Nah.
Thoughts on Apple TV Sugar with Colin Farrell? Alex tweets in. I haven't seen that.
seen
I
it.
told him give me a month, because with Apple TV there are 4 or 5 things I want to watch, but I also know that
They're raising the price.
they already have. It's $20 now.
Man.
It used to be like
They're
8,
all. It's inevitable. All of them.
but I know that there are so many things I want to watch, and Ted Lasso is about to start, so I'm like, you know what? When that drops, I'll get it for like 2 or 3 months and then get everything I want to, because I've heard like The Studio is the next thing that I want to watch, and
What season is Ted Lasso in?
Really?
I'm going to give him
We
a shot.
haven't gone too far with this.
I think we have. But
What season is it?
This is
It's
4.
got to be 5, right?
This is 4.
I feel like he's been on for a
They
long
did 3.
time.
Well, they kind of
3 wasn't good.
They Return of the Jedi'd it a little bit.
Little. I would say they more Phantom Menaced it.
No, they went Star Wars, they went Empire, and then they maybe Attack of the Clones.
Force
there.
Awakened it.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I've had 3 people send me their login, so I think we're good.
Oh, so you good then? Yeah.
maybe we will get
Sharing is caring.
Maybe we will get to the pit.
Let me know
And,
if
we'll
you
actually see
do.
that.
Let me know if you think of Hacks too, because I think Hacks is the funniest comedy on TV, although it just ended. But
Okay.
I also could see you not liking it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes, and I'll try to tune into a couple of those, and we'll go. But I would tell you, Old Henry, I think is worth the watch. That's the one that I'll offer up for you. I'm not going to go tell you to watch Dutton Ranch. I will watch it, but I'm not recommending it to anybody else.
But Old Henry.
I just happen to enjoy a couple of those characters, and so you know what? If you want to write some stupid stuff and just keep it going, I get it. I'm for it. Not going to be mad at it, but also I'm not going to go out there and tell the world how great it is.
Okay.
Just it is
If someone offers you a scoop of cupcake icing, you're not going to turn it down. Hey, I'll take it.
100%.
But I know I can't serve that to my
Don't
kids.
you need a cookie for that too? No,
No.
I don't. I just
Yeah, what's
enjoy
for
icing.
dinner? Not this. I
Yeah.
can't recommend it. I'm sorry.
We'll be fine.
But I can eat it.
And we will make that work, and we will be okay with it. All right, ACC Media Day still happening. Big 12 Media Days last week. You probably will never be able to guess what Big 12 team is back in the news and who else is in the news with them. We will tell you and share you what that potential news is next right here on Jocks.
Keys? Check. Seatbelt? Check. Jocks 94.5 on your preset? Locked in. Your ride's not ready till Jocks is on. Jocks 94.5, your daily drive done right. Turn it on, lock it in.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Some interesting news on one Big 12 team that came out yesterday. Coach William Sanderson coming up in 30 minutes. 8:33 Thursday, July 16th, right here on Jocks. Kayla Guo, politics reporter for the Texas Tribune, yesterday tweets this. Scoop, on June 11th, Ken Paxton threatened to sue the Big 12 if it sanctioned Texas Tech for fielding quarterback Brennan Sorsby. The day before, Texas Regents Chair Cody Campbell, a Sorsby defender, donated $274,300 in support of Paxton's hashtag TXSEN bid. So you want to put a couple pieces of the puzzle together of a couple of things that were happening and how. Now, Bruce Feldman quotes said tweet 12 minutes ago and said this all ended up backfiring spectacularly. The Paxton letter was a misstep of epic proportions, to say the least, because without that letter, there's no Big 12 lawsuit. But I do think it further takes us down the path of how much was happening behind the scenes, and also should maybe reignite the frustration we saw at Big 12 Media Days of the, what did we do? Why are you mad at us? Remember the integrity phrasing that was thrown out at Big 12 Media Days when it came to Texas Tech? And some of the finger pointing and attempted shaming at how people covered this entire situation? And then you get information like this, and it makes that somewhat laughable. Now, it's over. Brennan Sorsby not going to be a part of the Texas Tech football team, and this conversation about him potentially playing is not going to be one that we continue to have. Yet you look at this and you just say, man, you had some heavy hitters behind the scenes trying to do some dirty work to be able to get this guy on the field. And I just still go back to the question that we asked early on in this entire situation, John. Was the juice worth the squeeze? Because you're still taking shrapnel from this entire situation and this entire deal. And it should be done. We should close this book and we should move on. Put it back on the shelf. Be done with it. And we can't be.
I think a lot of it stems from the way that they chose to handle it with the media. It'd be one thing if they just cut ties with him at the beginning. Like, you know what? We don't need this. Here's the money. Get out, be done. And none of this probably would have been happening, but he was in the family, therefore he's our guy. We're going to defend him to the end. And now all of a sudden they decided to turn face and flip things around. And now you get to deal with all of this. And it should be over, right? But because of the way they handle it, they're going to be dealing with it probably for at least, I would imagine, another year.
Tell me, you mentioned how fortunes could have been reversed here a little bit. This is not an exact scenario. I don't want people to think that I'm contrasting the things that took place. But it brought this to mind of maybe a similar result that could have taken place in reference to how you would now be viewed in the public eye. What if Joey McGuire, Texas Tech, Cody Campbell would have handled this the way Josh Heupel handled Nico Iamaleava? I get it. Two different situations in how what they were. Totally get it. But like you said, the gambling items surface. And there is proof that it was on games in which player was on team. And Texas Tech immediately comes out and said, you know what, we're going to probably have to bite the bullet for a lot of money here. But let him have it. Let's go. We got to move on. We got to go. We got a pretty decent runway into the season in which we can either not have our starting quarterback for the first game or two. We'll get it figured out. It'll be okay. Also, your perception as a football team right now is strong enough to offset a loss early, specifically if you didn't have your starting quarterback and then he comes back to be your starter, say, week 4, and you win the rest of your games. You're going to be fine. It's a 12-team playoff. You're going to be good. Think how different the perception would be in public if it was handled somewhat that way.
They were the nation's darling up until this came out. I mean, the ultimate villain in the sport was Lane Kiffin and LSU, and then in a failed swoop, they took it away from them. Everyone was kind of on board with Texas, like, oh, they were a gritty underdog story, and they found a way to make the playoff last year. And okay, you know, they struggled a little bit, but if they be able to get some things right, maybe 2026 will be their year. And if they came out and did this, the whole nation would have been behind them and rooting for them and wanting to see them succeed because of what they did. It's like, oh, you bet on your team and they're not even doing that? Those are some fine, upstanding men. Yeah, let's cheer for them. Now, okay, maybe Texas fans wouldn't and Houston fans, all like that, but I think they would have been a lot of nations like second team to feel that they want to see Texas Tech succeed because they did what most people felt would have been the right thing. But in essence, they, to be fair, defended their guy. And this is the consequence of that. But like they would have almost could have done no wrong if they would have done what Heupel did to Nico Iamaleava.
We just talked about horror movies, right?
Yeah.
We need bad guys, right?
We need a Razor
Wrestling
Ramon, yeah.
doesn't succeed without heels.
Correct.
How many movies could we bring up over time that just don't make it, aren't it, if there's not a bad guy? If there's not someone to root against? Multiple sports have almost hinged on having a bad guy for their entirety. Boxing. Does boxing truly succeed if there are never any bad guys? You could maybe even argue MMA to a certain extent,
Mm-hmm.
especially the early years of UFC and MMA and how it got going. We love to have someone to also root against. We talk about it in the SEC all the time. We love to hate, more than we love to love. It's what it is. This has been a massive heel turn from Texas Tech. Because like you said, this was little old Clemson 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That Dabo took for a while. Which brings me to this. This flow chart of the bad guy in college football. Has Texas Tech just taken that baton and sprinted ahead of everyone else? And we've seen multiple people in the last decade stand on top of that podium. Alabama was there for a while. Nick Saban was there for a while. You could argue in the last 2 years, Dabo Swinney has stepped off of that podium and been sort of the new bad guy in college football. Harbaugh had
Michigan.
It for a minute. Michigan,
Yeah.
And, they probably all held hands and got up there together a couple of times, specifically with the sign stealing stuff and Connor Stallions. They were there for a minute.
Lane, really, the back half of the season. Well, not back half, but
the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there and then could have just ridden that wave
would have been there
into the season.
Yeah.
But Texas Tech just took it.
Yep.
I almost feel like that Miami has been there in history a lot.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons, whether you just don't like the way they play, the swag in which they play with, some of the players that they had, things players were doing. I mean, you had big money boosters on yachts trying to get players to come hang out. Then NIL becomes real, and you got a guy with a fake medical company that's trying to go out and do NIL things. Like they've given you reasons, but they've also been really good. And they have been a love to hate team many of times in their history. And I think Mario bringing that back with his sort of chip on his shoulder, they've gotten close, but they're a little more lovable with him at the helm than they've been in previous years.
Not quite, but almost a little old Miami.
But, man, it is an easy Texas Tech right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who else I would even look. Like, Lincoln Riley's been there.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley stepped on top of that podium. He stepped out on that stage for a minute and stepped up to the microphone and said, "I'll be your bad guy." I mean, the Oklahoma to USC thing,
yeah,
a lot of people that said, okay, he's public enemy number one right now in college football.
Brian Kelly for a bit.
Brian Kelly.
A couple times.
More than once, maybe. You know, I think Texas, this is weird. I think Texas kind of tries to get there.
Yeah.
But it just sort of doesn't work. Maybe it's not bad enough. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not Sark's. It's not Sark's fault.
No.
It's definitely not Sark. It's just kind of always wanted to be that, like, tried to play the bully, but not really the bully, but good enough to look like a good bully. I think some people know what I'm saying there.
No, yeah. Preppy bully.
But man, there's not a lot of competition even for Texas Tech right now. And maybe that's because they've done so much to just be that character right now. But man, it is Texas Tech by a mile, it feels. And I'm not even sure, John, who I could come with that would be number 2, number 3 bad guy in college football right now.
And it's interesting how they were the ultimate underdog, but the instant this happened, how many things that we thought in essence were green flags instantly became red flags. Like, oh, they're just buying players. Oh, like, they were buying players before. We didn't care about that. Like, oh, it's cool that they're able to buy players. That's awesome. Now that they brought in Sorsby, it's like, oh, can't believe they're buying players. Well,
they're even spending money on softball.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Like, wait, you were all in on it. Now the instant we caught the ick on Texas Tech, and now everything they do, they can't do no wrong. And I don't know. Someone will take it eventually, especially since Sorsby's not playing. But someone will snatch it from them. But it's before the season. For them to do it before the season, it's gonna be hard pressed for someone to do something to take it away. It'd have to be really bad.
And it just feels like it could have been so easily avoided.
Absolutely. But they didn't want to.
And maybe it's this. Maybe sometimes, because was it The Rock that pushed back on turning heel for such a long time, and then it just kind of happened?
I think so, yeah.
And it happened almost by accident, and then it became better. It's almost when the harder you try to push back on being a heel, when it's sort of natural for you, the worse it looks. And maybe that's why they've gotten so much further ahead. I have a little bit of a different theory on this Texas Tech heels, bad guys, villains in college football that I'll share next when we come back right here on Jocks.
Jocks 94.5 is live on YouTube every weekday, plus video shorts and podcasts. Find us at Jocks 94.5 and smash the subscribe and like button so you never miss a moment. Jocks 94.5 on YouTube.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. We went from talking entertainment, TV, movies, which led us into a lot of the horror movies that are coming out this summer and then beyond, and got us talking to bad guys, villains, because you have to have those to have a good horror movie. You have to have those in a lot of instances of entertainment in life to make things intriguing, to bring a different sector of the population in to be able to want to watch it. And McElroy back with us now off of TV, and we're talking bad guys in college football, villains in college football, Greg, and we're trying to come up with a time that the number one spot, maybe who stood tallest at the top of that podium, was more clear than it is for Texas Tech right now. And this is on the verge of some of the news that we shared from yesterday about a couple of things that have taken place and been reported about Cody Campbell, Kayla Guo, reported that Ken Paxton threatened to sue the Big 12 if it sanctioned Texas Tech for fielding Brennan Sorsby. The day before, Texas Regents Chair Cody Campbell donated $274,300 in support of Paxton's Texas senatorial run. Now, Bruce Feldman clearly pointed out that this all ended up being a bit of a wash because it brought the lawsuit from the Big 12, which then put an end to all of this. But nonetheless, is it clear to you, and is it as clear to you as us, that right now Texas Tech is the villain, bad guy number one in college football?
Yeah, and amazingly, they haven't really won a whole lot. You know, I mean, name a villain, seriously, in college football that wasn't some type of dynasty run. I can understand why you didn't like Urban Meyer. I can understand why you didn't like, Nick Saban. I can understand why you didn't like Nebraska. I can understand why you didn't like Florida or Florida State, even though Florida State was kind of lovable because of Bobby Bowden. I can understand why you didn't like Spurrier. I can understand why you didn't like other teams. Why I think SC even in a way, yeah, a lot of people didn't like him, but Pete Carroll was kind of lovable. Like, name a team that didn't dominate the sport that was hated.
It's a fair point. It's a great point because we talked a little bit about Miami before you joined us and how many times they've sat on that throne of college football villain number one. They were winning. And people just like the way they were winning or how they were getting players. You mentioned Saban, Alabama. A lot of the reasons people didn't like them, they were just flat out good, and they were beating people into the ground. I don't know if Kirby's really had this seat per se, but they've been pretty close a couple of times.
He tried in that Auburn game with the timeout, but
yeah, Lincoln Riley, who we mentioned, who's probably been bad guy number one. I mean, his offenses were at least really good. You know, and he was putting quarterbacks in the first round, and he was moving the football and scoring points. So that has absolutely been a part of, I think, a lot of college football's bad guys is that they were on either teams that were really good or the teams themselves were great.
That, I think, is what makes you a bad guy. Seldom are you a bad guy for things that happen anywhere other than, your own personal dominance. Like that's the only way you get there back in the day, and a certain arrogance and like a certain, superiority complex. Like that's what makes you hated. You're not often hated when you're kind of a jump start. Everyone always says, oh, well, they just try to keep the little guy down. That's not true in this sport. Like, I think everyone loves a Cinderella in college sports, but Texas Tech is not a Cinderella first and foremost. Secondly, they've definitely done as big a heel turn as I've ever seen in the last couple of years.
And the part that we brought up, Greg, that was most intriguing about this is how easily avoidable it could have been. I sort of put it next to Josh Heupel and Nico Iamaleava, and I clarified. I know the two situations are very different. I'm not trying to say that there was anything gambling with Nico, and obviously the portal actually was involved with the Texas Tech portion of this, but we remember how Josh Heupel was celebrated of just cutting ties and saying, no more, done. We have to move forward. And he knew that it wasn't the best thing for the ceiling of his football team. They were not going to be able to reach the heights without Nico that they were with him. But it was appreciated by the fan base, and the ownership in which Heupel took doing it, I think, won a lot of people over. Handled in anywhere near that capacity for Texas Tech, think about what a different spot they would be in right now.
Not even close. Like, literally not even close. But they chose not to. They tried to dig in because no one's ever told Cody Campbell no, and I think that's what led to this whole thing was just ego. I mean, it's not a bad thing. We all have them, but like I think that's why they're in the spot they're in.
I don't think there's any doubt. And the other part too, Greg, when you talk about winning games and maybe on the field, we've mentioned that schedule before. They've got a decent little runway into the season. I mean, it's not too long, but I do think, even though you said traditionally they haven't won as much as some of these other programs we've talked about, but they actually have a pretty strong perception in the public college football eye right now. Look where they're ranked. Look what people think about them. Look at playoff predictions. Texas Tech's going to be there for a lot of people. You don't think they could have overcome dropping a game early without their starting quarterback, who they then inserted a week or two later and then won the rest of their games? absolutely could have overcome that. They are in a spot to where they can overcome that right now. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Which makes all of it that much more confusing as to just going back again to the original question that we both asked on this show when all this started happening, is the juice worth the squeeze? And now you're still spilling juice all over yourself.
And will be probably, honestly, for the whole season. Unless Lane does something and somehow finds a way to lose.
But, John, you said it best. This was look, they're coming up with money to get athletes in there. This is great. They got a guy backing them so they can win in the portal. They're spending money on softball even. To that script flipped.
Yeah.
They're only winning because they got one dude buying people. Like, they just have an expensive roster. Like,
so much money they're spending on softball. Ugh.
The narrative on that even completely flipped upside down when all this started to happen.
Yeah.
It's like as a nation we broke up or we dumped Texas Tech, and then all of a sudden everything that we liked about them, boom, just instantly is like, oh, Phil, we don't like that no more.
Abilene Christian at Oregon State, Houston, Sam Houston at Colorado bye week. If you went 4-1 in those first 5 games, took a week off, and then had to insert Will Howard after that. I just said Will Hammond, excuse me. And then you ran the table, you're in the mix for the playoff. You are. And so I brought this up before we went to break. Of all these villains and what they've done, that there was a little bit of a different aspect from the Texas Tech perspective. Think about this. Texas Tech has done something that I'm not sure any other college football program has been able to pull off. Not one program, not one player, I don't think, at least in the last probably 5 to 7 years. Because of all the players, all the teams, all the winners that we mentioned that were the bad guys in college football, there's one entity that has stood further in front of all of those more times than not as the bad guy in the world of college football. And that has been who? The NCAA.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is the only team that has made us hate the NCAA less. Think about that.
Think about that.
Texas Tech made us hate the NCAA less. When has that happened in the history of our sport?
How is that possible? Seriously, how is that possible? It's got to be the craziest thing ever. I mean, who has ever disliked a program more than the NCAA? It's insane.
Wild times right now in college football. We'll continue talking it on the other side. Wimp Sanderson, the coach, is with us as he is every Thursday when we come back. Justin Hokanson is going to talk this Auburn situation for week 1. Very creative NIL revenue share, how it's going to work. He'll explain it at 9:30. So we have a lot more college football to get to. We'll dive into it. Keep you posted on what's happening at ACC Media Days, as that is already underway this morning in Charlotte. All that and more next right here on Jocks.
This is McElroy and Cubelic in the morning.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
I'm your host, Megan Klingerberg. One thing I promised you is an all-access pass that you wouldn't get on any other show. And we found out that whoever comes on scores a goal. Burhope, Freeman, Trusty. U.S. Soccer Podcast magic is real, people. We still got plenty of coverage all throughout this World Cup. Okay, let's get into it.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Scrolling with Haley. Join Haley Caronia as she scrolls through the biggest headlines.
If you haven't watched this show before, we do blind reactions. I have not seen these videos, so I am seeing them for the first time with all of you. We're going to implement the tinfoil hat time segments and all the stuff you know and love. And I'm going to finish the show and answer some of your questions. Someone asked me, what made you get into podcasting? And I was producing podcasts for other people. And I was like, I could do this for myself. And here I am.
Scrolling with Haley. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Scrolling with Haley.
I am Haley Carania. I scroll with the homies here in the live chat because there's a lot to scroll through on X, on Instagram, on TikTok.
Cutting through the clutter, one hot take at a time.
Love seeing you all in the chat before the show. I tried to jump in just a few minutes before to say hello. I love the chat interaction. Thank you for helping. But I do it to get all of the videos and all of the content that you won't find anywhere else.
Scrolling with Haley.
Just search that up and I will be there.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.